everyone, this is Cassata and my dog Jeffrey. And today I'm going to talk about coming out. So before I came out to anyone, before I transitioned from female to male, I realized that I liked girls as well as boys. I realized this because I developed a crush on one of my camp counselors at summer camp. She was a girl, and at that time I was a girl, and I realized, like, you know, not everyone has a crush on someone of the same sex or gender. It made me a little bit nervous, but I realized, like, maybe this is something that other people go through, but just not everyone. It just, like, built up in me, and I got, like, super nervous about it. And then one day I was like, you know what, like, I need to let the world know that I'm bisexual. At the time, that's how I identified. I decided, you know what, I need to come out to my family. So the first person I told was my brother Vin. I went in his room and I said, Vin, I need to talk to you. And I couldn't, like, come up with the words. Like, I was so nervous, I was crying hysterically, and I just couldn't come up with the words. I think I wrote it on a piece of paper. I wrote, I like girls and I like boys. I handed it to him. He was like, oh, that's nothing to cry about, and he was, like, totally cool about it. And he had these pictures of these models on his wall, and he was like, so do you like her? I was like, yeah, I guess so. And we just kind of laughed, and I realized it's okay. I was nervous to tell my parents, and I asked my brother, can you come out to my parents? And he was like, it's better if you come out to them in person because they'll understand more. And I think that it is better to come out on your own and not have someone else do it for you, because they could understand your emotions more, and they could understand what you're feeling, and they could see that it's real and that this is real life. Eventually I was able to come out to my parents. I came out to my mom first. I thought that she would be easier to come out to. I had her drive all the way to my dad's house. My parents are divorced, and I had her drive all the way out there because I had this important thing that I needed to tell her. And we were sitting in her car in the driveway, and I was like beating around the bush. I couldn't tell her. I was so nervous to tell her. And then finally she was like, you need to tell me what's going on. And I told her, Mom, I like boys and I like girls. And she was like, you made me drive all the way out here to tell me that? And I guess, like, she already knew and it wasn't a big deal to her. My coming out experience to my brother and to my mom was really pleasant, and I was, like, seriously afraid of coming out to my dad. And my mom went in the house and told my dad, which I, again, don't recommend doing because he didn't get to see my emotions about it. He didn't get to see that it was, like, something that was real for me. So my mom told my dad, and my dad just, like, didn't accept it at all, and it was a really hard time for a really long time. I started coming out in school. I was bullied a lot for it. This was in the 8th grade, and I was just bullied so much, and because I was bullied, I was getting, like, really suicidal. The school counselor sent me to this really awesome place called Legally, which is the Long Island Gay and Lesbian Youth Center, and they sent me there, and I was able to make all of these friends with people that understood me. Things got a lot easier for me from there. When I came out to my mom, I came out as bi, but after that, like, my parents just referred to me as a lesbian and not as bi, and it was nothing else, and I felt like my identity was kind of erased. That was also a difficult challenge. So I started identifying as a lesbian because that's what my parents kind of made me do. It was a little bit difficult. Yeah, so that's my coming out experience as bisexual, and I will share more stories about this. I think that this is what could help other people. That's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this is helpful, and peace. Have a nice day.